Hey guys, how are you guys doing, man? Okay, so we are here ready for another stream. Yes, today I want to say hi to everybody first before we get cracking. So I see some of you have entered the stream already. Thanks for popping in early. So what's the plan for today? The plan for today is to have fun, right? Okay, we're gonna have lots of fun, and I want to kind of share with you guys certain things about training today. So this stream is going to be kind of there is a stream I'm preparing to do later as well, a Sporting Lisbon training focus stream, which is going to be something like my Porto Diaries last year, right? Very few matches will be played. We will be evaluating training schedules. We'll be evaluating how the players have come along, whether we're meeting our targets, whether we achieving those goals that we set ourselves up for early in the season, right? So that's that will be a show that's going to be coming up very, very soon. Oren Bachelor, how are you, man? I wonder if the doctor is coming in soon. Yes, we have quite a few players, quite a few of you watching the stream now. Thanks for popping in. Just a note that my real name is Daljit. Yeah. That's the real name. Rashidi just happens to be the handle I use on the forums because throwback to a long time ago when I just to tell you the truth, right? I didn't want to use my real name because I was spending so much time on the forums. I didn't want my bosses at ESPN to find out. So I was like, yeah, I used to be notorious in the sense that I'd always be doing research. So my research was actually on the forums and playing Football Manager. It's a heck of a way to become, if you're a football journalist back in the day, Football Manager is an essential tool. It was an essential tool. It would be amazing how people will be left dumbfounded when you talk about a player that no one's ever seen before, but because you've seen him on Football Manager. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, so I didn't want people to know that Daljit was on the forums. Yeah, and it's also one of the reasons why for between 2016 to 2018 you never saw my face on camera. You only heard my voice. So I didn't even want people to know that I was doing YouTube streams. Now that I'm retired, I don't care. So now you see my face all over the place. You got that about Arsenal last night? The team. Okay, look, I think this is how I feel about Arsenal, right? Okay. They've had enough time. Okay. They've had enough time to come up with a system. They've had enough time to do things right. I mean, for one thing, Thomas Partey wasn't even fit to start a match yesterday. I mean, other managers won't even play him they put him in the reserves for like 2 or 3 matches before they even allow him onto the field. So what was he doing playing football yesterday? And I seriously think there's an identity crisis at Arsenal as well. I mean, and then you got players like Aubameyang. Okay, so he managed to create some goals right early on in the season. Now he's struggling all over again. But I think it boils down to the fact that maybe there is a missing Arteta. You look at Mourinho, right? Mourinho has molded our Spurs into being producing the kind of football he wants them to produce. And I love Mourinho for being able to do that. People have always said Mourinho is boring, blah, 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 blah. But this, come on, guys. You want to win the title, you got to be able to defend, right? Okay, there's no point scoring 25,000 million goals when you concede 1 billion after that, right? So there's no point. So you got to be able to defend. And that's the kind of ethos that he's driven into that team. And Spurs are looking so damn good right now, right? They're looking so good. Son Heung-min, Harry Kane together, contributed something like 30 goals this season between them. And then in the end, you look at Arsenal. Full of excitement at the start because they got Arteta, a young manager that was, one could say, groomed by Pep Guardiola, comes into Arsenal, and now, the identity is an issue. So I think Arsenal are in trouble. In fact, now I think, I don't know, man. Originally, what did I say earlier in the season? If Chelsea is not in the top 4, then Lampard is almost guaranteed to be shown the door, right? Arteta is not very far behind now. Yeah, Lucas. I guess that's much. Because you said Rashidi, definitely from the SI forums. Hey, Dr. Akram Shraiba, how are you, man? I hope you have connected your, you on Discord, right? You have to do connections. Discord connects to YouTube. You have to link the connections up so that you get the automatic invitation to the Discord channel, right? So, yeah, man. I hope I've seen you on the Discord channel. Alpha, the man. Yes, I was at ESPN for a while. Yeah, no big deal. Just small time. Hitting the switches, telling people which camera I want them to cut to, that kind of thing, and then also doing some small stories here and there. Yeah, like the Euros and that kind of thing. But yeah. But I was always having issues, like, I always wanted to go and cover the big events, but, the bigger guys on top of me would go like, we're going. And some of them were Aussies who didn't know, they had no clue what football was all about. Like, they don't know the difference between Zinedine Zidane and Campisi. Yeah, that's it. So sad. You like Arsenal, but the owner seems to be a stupid guy who should sell the club. Arsenal needs someone passionate about football. I think Arsenal is like a how do I put this? Nowadays it's all business, right? It's all about the business, about making money. So the question is, I don't know what to say about Arsenal. I mean, like, yesterday's results were terrible. I mean, look at some of the clubs that I don't understand what's happening at Sheffield United as well. I mean, last season, they could do nothing wrong. They defended really well. They did all the things correctly last season. This season, all those things that they were able to do last season so well, they're struggling to do it this season, and they're rooted to the bottom. They're struggling as well. And I think, I don't know, COVID-19 can only go so far as an excuse. Because if by that token, then Liverpool shouldn't be top of the table, right? I mean, yeah, we have Jurgen Klopp complaining about fixture congestion and the like, but he's at fault too because he hardly rotates his starting 11. So stop complaining, man. Start rotating. Dear Lord. I mean, like, I think he was going on and on about fixture congestion. I mean, everybody faces fixture congestion. We've got a deep squad, right? So go and use the young players. What if Chelsea win the league? I think Chelsea can, yeah. But I think my favorites right now would have to be, okay, Spurs have already signed their extra striker. So, in my opinion, Spurs are a strong contender this season. Under Mourinho, they definitely know how not to lose. So, that's definitely up there as a criteria for winning the title. Liverpool, well, you can't rule them out because just when you expect them to lose, they come around and do something. And then when you don't expect them to lose, they do lose. But, but they have been a lot more consistent this year, and they've already won one title, so that sense of belief is in them. Arsenal need identity. Seriously, there's no protection for the backline. There is absolutely no protection for that backline. I mean, I'm looking at the backline and go, oh my God, how will defenders like Martin Keown react to these kind of things? I mean, the Tony Adams and Martin Keown, the great Arsenal defenders of old. You want You want a shield in front of your defense, right? Nobody's asking you to play with one DM. Spurs are playing with two shields. They've got this phenomenal player. What's his name? Oh, shish kebabs. He just signed this player. I can't pronounce his name. He was so good yesterday. He was everywhere. Man, what's his name? Leboeuf. What is it? Leaboeuf, whatever his name is. How's my wife doing now? Well, she's better. Thanks for asking. She's gone back to work, but she just absolutely refuses to take time out. Right. So yeah, I'm worried about her, but so I try my best to be patient. I try my best to be there for her, right? That's the best I can do, and give her a hand, yeah, doing the things that she wants to do. Yeah, try and relieve some of the stress in her life as far as I can. That's the best I can do. I can't keep telling her, do this, don't do this, don't do that. That's the wrong way to approach it. But I'll have to put my foot down eventually if she doesn't get enough rest. But she did rest quite well over the weekend, but she kept losing her temper with the boys, and I felt sorry for her. And she was trying to teach my son, who is incredibly lazy but smart. So he will sit down there and he will just, so she was losing her temper. So the more the more angry she got, the more the kid retreated, right? So I was there trying to write the trading guide, and I was thinking to myself, this isn't gel. Okay, this won't work. So I stepped up and I went to her, hey, come, let daddy help out. I didn't want to make it sound like I'm taking over. So I sat down for a while, said, oh, let me help out for a while, okay? So do you mind? Then she says, yeah, do it. Then my approach was totally different. And my approach was not to scare him, but to reel him in. So as I reeled him in, he started becoming better at engaging with me. And then she noticed it, and then she didn't say much. So I relieved that pressure pot for her as well. So there's lots of stuff. Jake Shaft. Wow, what a name. Just resubbed on Patreon after being of COVID. SI should pay you. Wouldn't have bought FM with F. Oh, man. Nah, I think SI have done enough. One day maybe SI might pay me. A long time ago in a land far, far away, I almost took up an offer. Had to go to SI to work. Yeah, but back then I was going through a really bad spell with my first wife, right? So, and my dad was sick. So everything didn't come together for that trip. So I never took that chance. Yeah. Things would have been so much more different. I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. I would be creating tactics you guys can beat. Lucas, so after building the Emirates, they lost. Yeah, exactly. After the Emirates Stadium was built, right? Arsenal is a different club altogether. It's more about the money now. Haven't you noticed? I mean, even when the stadium got built, Arsene Wenger was all about saving money, not spending it anymore. Hjoberg, that's the one. That is the player. That guy was brilliant. He's like, oh my God, where did he come from? I mean, his ball retention rate is fantastic. He's phenomenal signing for Spurs. I mean, he just transformed that midfield, right? So because of Hjoberg, I seriously think he's going to be he can drop in and become a 3 for their defenders as well. He's comfortable bringing the ball out. Very impressed with him. Yeah, amazing. For 15 million pounds, that guy is just absolutely amazing. Hjoberg, Sissoko, and Ndombele. Yeah, I'm thinking about Spurs have always had those kind of players who can keep the ball. But in Sissoko was better higher up the pitch, right? But Hjoberg is actually better when he's bringing the ball out of defense. He can easily slot into that tree, into that setup that Mourinho is now playing with. He has 2 anchors, have you noticed? He plays with 2 holding midfielders. How to replicate Sissoko? Basically, you look at my 4-2-3-1, the low block, and go work from there. Trust me, that's where you'll be working from for a Tottenham Hotspur setup. All right. Okay, guys. Now, halfback would be cool. That would be where I start with Hjoberg. Yeah, halfback. And then maybe a Volante for the other role. Yeah. Volante's support will be enough because a Volante is actually basically like a box-to-box midfielder. You can go halfback and register as well if you wanted. Yeah. And then up top, you got to have to tweak the role slightly, right? But Harry Kane is definitely a complete forward and support. And then I mean, it's like maybe you can play a 4-2-3-1. You could play a few configurations, but the backline is basically a 4 and a 2. Yeah. Okay, so guys, today's show is all about training. And I'm hoping that you guys find this useful because I've wanted to do this for a while. I'm not casting shade on anybody who's done videos out there. They all done great videos on training. There's so many ways to do training. There's no right and wrong way of doing training. But on today's show, I'm going to share with you one little thing about training, right? And that's exactly how would you train players in individual roles, right? It's a question I get asked a lot, and that's the focus for today's show. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Hey, here we are. Okay. So this is the save that I have right now with Dundee United, right? So essentially, before I jump into it, just quick recap for those guys who have not been following me with Dundee United. We started quite sadly. In case you guys are wondering what skin this is, I know I'm going to get those questions. Wait, let me figure out how to get to skins first. There we go. I'm using the TCS skin. It's just been released, so I'm going to giving it a run because I understand the IBH is different. So the in-between highlights mod. I'm waiting for the in-between highlights mod to come from Michael Murray. And then I'll use that on the dark skin, but in the absence of that, I'm going to use this. Okay, so essentially, what do we have here? Okay, so we've done quite well. We had this really dodgy start where I was trying to play some funky formation, right? So I know normally the voice in the head says don't play stupid formations, but I'm the kind of guy that will always do that, right? So life is about taking risks. So we went through this period where I was using a really ridiculous formation I shouldn't be using for Dundee United. We didn't do too well. And then I decided, okay, we'll do this was the Kingsbourne system. And then we switched over one more game where we did really well with our Firestorm system. The Firestorm system is actually a very strong tactic. But with Dundee United, we needed stability, right? Not conceding like something like 4 goals in a match. So we switched to a 4-2-3-1 DM-AM system, which is basically this system. Now, today I'm going to talk about training. Now, when we talk about training, we have to understand, and this is the area of the game that I want to focus on. I want to clarify a lot of definitions here, okay? Because sometimes people just go out there and, I get confused myself. So I thought, and to put things in perspective, I did a guide with SI, right? So some chaps from SI helped me with the doing an unofficial training guide for FM19, which still holds water. And, I can always ask those guys if something is wrong. But generally there is, when we did the guide, they did double check. We did double check a lot of stuff, right? Okay, so let's start with the simple stuff first. Okay, let's look at the coaches. Now, when we look at coaches, whenever you do any training schedule, you have to think about your coaches because your coaches are going to directly impact the way your players develop. Now, your training facilities are also important because your training facilities impact every single visible player in the team. So your youth players are all going to share the same facility. So every time you see these players, these are all visible players, right? All these players are training at your training facilities. These players are not visible. These players are visible already, right? So all of them go to the training facilities that you're using. There are players that haven't showed up yet, like your Nugents and all these other players that are showing, they are going to show up in the future. These are going to be, their personalities are going to be impacted by the quality of your coaches and the youth facilities that you have. So that's a different thing altogether. Here, these are all affected by the current training facilities. Okay, now when we go back to training and we look at the coaches, the second thing we need to be aware of is their load, because this is very, very important. A coach has got a workload, and that workload impacts the training, because there is something called impacts under training, and this is a function of the coach's workload. Now, coaches are going to be dealing with specific attributes. So, for example, if you're a lower league side and you are playing in the Vanrama National South, you don't have many slots, right? So you're gonna be very picky about what you want to do. So you generally are going to find coaches that give you this acceleration, agility, balance, pace, and strength. So you'll be focusing more on fitness because you want those attributes to be developed quickly. And there is an optimum way of doing it, even in Vanrama National South, where you might only have 2 days of training. So what do you do on your 2 days of training? I'll share that with you very, very soon. It's really easy. So training is actually fundamentally very easy. First, you understand the workloads. Now, the thing about schedules is this. When you do pre-season training, and if your whole week of pre-season is just fitness, imagine every single schedule is filled with fitness. During that week, his workload is going to go very heavy, which means that coach is, he's swamped by all these players he's got to develop, right? So in order for those players to develop correctly, you need to lighten his load. This is where you have to transfer and get other coaches to give him a hand so that the load is lightened. So this is something I don't see a lot of people doing, but you absolutely need to do that in preseason, right? So that you get the benefit of pushing your players. Because in preseason, when we do our training, we're looking at using training schedules that are basically, more for preseason. Let me find if I have one preseason schedule here. Okay, I don't have one. I don't even have a preseason schedule. This is ridiculous. Okay. I don't have one. Okay, so a preseason schedule. Let's just create one preseason schedule. Okay. So this is going to be a typical preseason schedule, and it gives me a chance to explain the second thing I want to do, which is impacts. Okay, so when we go to the preseason schedule, hey Sam, just wanted to say your recent tactic video helped me massively on my current save. I'm happy it did, man. I'm happy it did. A lot. Okay, so let's look at this, right? So you're gonna create the first thing you want to do find out when you play your games. Okay, so assuming you're doing a preseason and you play all your games on Saturday for the league, come in here, do match day straight away. It'll give you a match preview. This is important. Why? Because it helps with team cohesion. Now, there are certain things about team cohesion most people don't seem to understand as well. When you go to team cohesion, it is very possible for you to get cohesion up to good or even excellent by the end of preseason. Usually good is easier. If they've been playing for one entire season and plus a bit more, then you might get this up very quickly. But how do you get cohesion to come up very quickly? You go to training. If we go back to our schedule again. So this helps with team cohesion. There's another training schedule that also helps with team cohesion. A lot of people seem to gravitate to this, team bonding. But I'll tell you this much. I hate team bonding. I don't like team bonding at all. There's a reason why. Team bonding does not develop roles. It's just a happy, let's jump in the pool and do some games. Once in a while, yeah, it is okay. But there's one schedule for preseason that is way above the rest. Okay? And that is match practice. This is the only session in the entire game that has an impact on tactical familiarity as well as individual roles. So if you want to develop and train your players along a pathway where you specifically want them to develop in certain roles, this is something you will have in your schedule even after preseason is over. So when you do preseason, you might want to put match practice in. Then for preseason, typically what we'll do something very aggressive in preseason, which is endurance, right? You want to build players you want to get them ready for the season ahead. Notice, even with match practice in, your players you're not maxing it out, right? The intensity is nowhere near that of a match. Then on other days, you want to fill this up with tactical familiarity elements. These are all, if you look at attacking, you've got sessions, right? One session can either influence an entire team, right? The entire squad. It can affect units within a team or the outfield and goalkeepers and even set pieces. So this, for example, affects every player. Attacking affects the outfield players. It gives them tactical familiarity and creative freedom, and this is good. Okay, you build up your team cohesion very quickly. Then you do another one for possession. Then you do one more for defending. You do one more for tactical. Oops, you've covered everything already here. this could be your preseason schedule. So if you're feeling this is too hard, just leave this alone, and then maybe you can give them a rest, right? You can give a recovery here if this is too heavy, and then this could be a preseason schedule right out of the gate. It can work really well. It does a lot. It pushes the players in terms of fatigue, gets them ready for the season. They develop this, but you only do this in the first week, right? First week. Once the first week is done, right, you are ready for the next season, and that's when you start thinking about maintaining tactical familiarity. So then I start using something like this. This is a balanced team training session. Now here we have match preview, match review, and then we have match practice again, attacking mode, defensive shape, teamwork. Now notice this, we have four slots here: tactical, defending, attacking, possession. The impacts are all on tactical familiarity, but now for individual roles, we have three sessions now that hit individual roles. We have match practice, which hits individual roles 100%. And then we have attacking movement, which also hits individual roles 60%. Now, when it comes to the 2020, this generally means that the coach's focus is more on the attacking unit. They give like 60% more attention to the attacking unit than they do to the defensive unit. So what we do then is we have one for the defensive unit and one for the attacking unit. So then we get the focus. We got 60 here, 60 here. Then we got match practice. So all these three work on roles. Then we've got tactical familiarity here. And because, acceleration is such an important attribute in the game, we have quickness all the time. Yes, we do. Now, teamwork, this particular one, okay, it improves only one attribute of the whole game, teamwork, right? So, is this necessary? Once your balanced session is away, you can drop this. What I like about these sessions, defending corners, and attacking free kicks, I want you to notice one thing. Again, understand what impacts do. Okay, this gives you a bonus for the upcoming match. Hugely important. All right. You want to always have this. You always want to be using this in your game, right? To give you an upcoming matches. But more importantly, it works 60% again. Coach's attention is on the outfield. That means every single player that's on the pitch, defenders and attackers, will get improvements in heading, marking, anticipation, concentration, positioning. And then we do attacking corners, off the ball. Defending corners, positioning, concentration. Attacking corners, off the ball. Then you got rolls here. You got rolls here. You got rolls here. All these are phenomenally powerful that you want to keep this. So this is your balanced training schedule. You use this until you gain tactical familiarity. How long will it take you to gain tactical familiarity? You should get it by October. Like our team right now, unfortunately for us, right, we our Dundee team is slightly different because we had to be geniuses. We decided to pop in another tactic. So it becomes a very nice case study. So here, our first tactic, we already flew it. Almost flew it. We're width, right? We only have width left to finish, right? But our new tactic that's come in, holy guacamole, we just decided to play a new tactic. What would I do now if I had this situation? If I want my team to develop, if I want them to really come to terms with the new system very quickly, I'll probably concentrate more on marking and pressing. That's what most people would do. But be careful. Not everybody will be affected that way. Because when you go into your teams, each player now has got training, right? Look at all this. Now, here, this tactical familiarity is very simple to understand. Okay. It just tells you how familiar that player is with the tactic that you're using on the day. That's it. That's all you need to remember. Don't worry about, oh my God, wow, no, I've got to max out this bar. Oh my God, position, role, and duty is awkward. I can't play this guy. Why is this awkward? It will eventually get there. All right. So it will eventually get there. So what you want to do, like in this particular case, I don't know why I'm training him as an advanced playmaker. I should be training him as something else, but he's been training as this. Doesn't really bother me very much. Eventually, this is his familiarity with this tactic. Perhaps now, if I'm changing to my new system, which is this system, right? And I'm probably going to use powers in this role. I'll probably go to powers training. I want him to play more like a regista. But when I'm looking at these attributes, they're not very good for him anymore because we're playing a deeper system. So I need him to be able to push up a bit more. This would have been nice for a 4-2-3-1. It would have been fantastic for our Firestorm system. But now we need him to learn how to play as a register. So I'm going to get him to work on being a register. His acceleration isn't very good, but he's going to be working on these attributes. Now, don't forget, right? This is just for the role. When you come to the training itself, the schedules that you choose, these are going to affect his attributes, right? So he's going to get improvements in these attributes. So you don't have to worry too much because you got part of him doing the role development here, and you got some more coming from here. Now I've got this is just an early save, right? I've got other saves right now. Okay, let me save this first. Okay, I've got other saves where we have players developing along different path lines. Now, when you do stuff like that, when you develop players along different path lines, you can get some very interesting combinations. Let's see if I got that folder here somewhere. I got to remember where I put it first up. Downloads. Downloads. Did I download that folder? I was supposed to have downloaded the entire folder. I got it from one of my other saves where I'm doing another all these training setups. No, I can't find it. Okay, it's probably on it's on my other computer, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but never mind. Okay, so essentially, because if you do it this way, which I've done this way, I wanted to share with you, and I'm probably going to share it with you on a video that I'm editing at the moment, and I'm cutting it up, where I have a player who's 32 years old, right? And because I've done this individual role training, what actually happened with him was there was a slight shift in his attributes at the age of 32, and it happened in 6 months. And what happened was he gained composure because that's what I wanted him to develop. He lost some attributes in other areas, but he started gaining attributes in other areas as well, which was something that I wanted to see, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna check out some of the questions that we have. All right. So before I proceed any further, does match review help? Yes, match review helps with tactical familiarity. You generally want to have match review in your tactics all the time because it helps with tactical familiarity. Match preview also helps with tactical familiarity, but in order to get match preview, you'll be on, the moment you select a match right here, it automatically fills up. So whenever you create any kind of training session, this is all you need to remember, right? Okay, this is what you do. Okay, let's go and look at some of the default schedules that we have. We got Gegenpress. Is it any good? It's got match practice here. It's for roles, right? Quickness and endurance, we need this for physicals. It hits everybody. Transition press, 40-40 priority, which is very, very nice because everybody works on these. Right? Match tactics builds that familiarity up. Defending from the front works on the attacking, again, heading, marking, tackling, concentration, positioning. Transition press does the same thing. So these are all the aggressive, ball winning, go out there, win the ball very quickly. So how can we boost this up slightly more? For your match, you can use the same session again. Go match preparation, attacking movement. Go match preparation, defensive shape. Add something here for the rest, for everybody, right? So since everyone's learning those, defensive attributes, go and do defending free kicks. Then we got heading, marking, anticipation, concentration, positioning. So it fills up. It's very complementary. Then you can use the same session again. Now, what about your ass man? Your ass man sometimes comes with recommendations for training, right? All you got to do, if you don't want to follow this method, right? Okay, you don't use any of this stuff. Just make sure you have attacking movement and defensive shape every single week. You work on your roles. That's it. If you want to be like me, you can even do something else, which is very nasty. I've got one here, which is my complete training program. I'm very lazy, okay? I tell you, I will find the easiest way to play this game. This is my complete training program. All I do is roles, right? And then these work on every single attribute in the game, barring about 6. 6 attributes are missing from this, right? First touch, anticipation, composure, decisions, teamwork is done. Then the defensive attributes, then the scoring attributes, then the creation attributes. They're all here. Then I got some defending ones here, heading, marking, technique, concentration, positioning, and some physical ones here. Done. This is my lazy ass one training session to rule them all. Right? What about when you are playing a 2-weekend game? You know, sometimes you get these 2 matches a week, right? So you're wondering, oh man, what am I going to do? Again, it's very easy. All you got to do is this is a match, this is a match, right? So you assume you got a match on Saturday and a match on Wednesday. Okay, put match practice in here. They'll learn their roles. Then all you got to do is attacking movement, defensive shape, and fill up the rest with whatever you feel like filling up, right? Okay, now in order to do it like this, a lot of people also go into this game and go like, okay, what about load and intensity? Medium is just nice. Notice one thing, everything is on automatic for me. Everything is on automatic because what I do here now is I go to training, I go to rest, and I set this to double intensity. I set this to no pitch and gym mode. It's really easy, right? Have a nice little view set up, okay, which has got like physio recommendations, occasion, injury risk. And then all you got to do is notice we have bumped up everything and we've added everything into this player's development, right? And you notice one thing, his progress has been pretty good, right? He has not complained about training. His training rating is 9.15. He has improved a lot as a footballer over the last 2 months. Okay. Considerably improved in decisions and long shots. So, can you train somebody in a role, right, that you may not be using in your tactic? Of course you can, right? Because at the end of the day, okay, what you're doing is what you really want is this. You want to fill this up. Mentality full, passing style full, creative freedom full, pressing intensity full, marking full. Once all these are filled up, you know this player can fit into your system. And the best part is, if you have, like what I'm doing right now is match practice, right? Which match practice, they get their cohesion up very quickly. So this all works on team cohesion. All works on team cohesion, right? So as a unit, right, they're going to be working together to drive their football. And that's how you set up training. So the magical formula for training is really simple when it comes to individual roles. Defensive shape, attacking movement, match practice. That's it. Add this into your schedule at will. Now, the other thing about training is this, right? I get a lot of feedback from people. Well, I see some people, what they do is they keep these kind of schedules going for the entire season. Is it right or wrong? Look, if you're like me and you're lazy, especially on some of my streams, I do this all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, but it's not efficient. There's a reason why. If you do something like this, you're also asking your coaches to spend some time working on tactical familiarity. But what if your team is already tactically familiar with the system? Why are you asking them to do something twice when they don't need to do it at all? That is, when you get to those kind of moments, that's when you want to start thinking about something that's a bit more focused, which doesn't have tactical familiarity. Then your coaches are focused more on driving development along certain path lines, like attributes that you want to improve. And along the way, by the way, they still work on their roles. That's training. It's so easy. I'm a very lazy person. What should I do? Okay, if you're lazy like me, right, Alpha, this is what you do. Okay? Very lazy, right? Okay. The laziest mode of training. This is extremely fun. Because I've done it. I holiday mode the lazy version of training, and it worked brilliantly because I didn't need to do anything for the whole season. The guy, they were top. Torino was top of the table. The only reason why they went down a bit later was because, everybody started playing differently against them. But lazy mode, okay? This is lazy mode training. What do we do? Okay, you start with this. You start with the intensive preseason schedule, the endurance all the way. Okay, first week only. First week is over. Change to this. This is intensive enough for the first few weeks, right? Because there's a lot of intensity in this session. Okay, use this until October ends or until you achieve tactical familiarity. Once you reach tactical familiarity, switch to only this session and use it forever. Okay, use this until the season ends. Okay, don't stop using it. This is only heavy on Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's all. It's fairly light. Look at this. It's fairly light. Saturday is very light. They have a match on Sunday. If you have a match on Saturday instead of Sunday, then you just move these two to this slot over here, right? So if you have a Saturday match, this is what you do, right? So this is all you do, and this is fairly light, so you won't find your players suffering, so to speak, right? So this is okay, cool. I just messed up my own training program. All right, so this is the easy mode. Okay, then for training, for your players, train them in the roles that you're using for your tactic. That's it. Don't do anything else. Okay, now what about Vanrama National South? Let me see if I've got a Vanrama National. I have all of these on my laptop. I don't have them here. All on my laptop I have them, but I don't have them here. Okay, let's I think they only have 2 days of training, right, in semi-professional teams. So we have to create a new schedule. Okay, so for semi-professional teams, generally you only have 2 days, right? So you got match here, something like this, and then you will have like 1 day and 1 day. That's about it. Am I mistaken? Am I right? They only have 2 days, right? Okay, so what you do here on this day, you match preparation attack. So wait, hold on, hang on a minute. Why did my match just disappear? So this is match day. Okay, this will be attacking movement. This will be match preparation, defensive shape. Then you probably got another day, right? So what you can do is general, overall, match practice. Best match practice. Bang. Can you come here? General attacking movement. Right. So you got this. So this is one way of doing it. But you could move this here, right? They have a very heavy Tuesday, and then you can put set piece defending corners. Now for lower league sides, right? Generally, this is role development. You're probably not going to have enough time to develop your players, right? So for those guys who are spending an inordinately long time in Vanrama National South, that means you're not getting promoted. Like you're there for like 4 or 5 seasons and you're waiting to get promoted, then you might want to do this, right? Okay, but if you're the sort that wants to get promoted very quickly, you drop this. You go for something like physical. Where's general? Physical. You go for physical. Overall, physical, defensive shape, defending corners, attacking move, match preview. So you got 2 days. That's all you do. You're very aggressive in your physical attributes only. Remember, these work on roles as well. And you want this instead of attacking corners because you want the heading, marking, anticipation, concentration, and positioning. So for Vanrama National South and all the non-league football, you do something which is more focused towards getting your physical attributes up. You turn a roundouter into an advanced forward, it works just fine. Yeah, it does. Don't worry about the training, man. A lot of people seem to be too focused on, oh no, my attributes are wrong. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Don't worry about that, okay? So seriously, honestly, when you're doing this training, it's very organic. It's going to be so hard for you to screw up training, right? It's almost impossible to screw up training, man. Hey, Rick, how are you, man? Long time no see. Brazilian calendar is extremely busy due to COVID. I'm playing 3 times a week. Do you have any suggestion on what to do regarding training? Okay, if you're playing 3 times a week, then you don't have very much time for development, right? So you want to make sure that your players are working on the roles that you want them to work. So if you're playing 3 times a week, then you got match. I would go for match practice, advanced attacking, because attacking. Don't forget, right? You cannot double up on attacking shape, right? You can't come in here and do this. The game doesn't work that way. You can't double up. It doesn't stack. The only thing you can stack right now in the game is this. You can only stack match practice twice. You can't do it a third time. You don't have the option. There's a maximum. Because otherwise you would have been open to abuse. So if you got 3 matches in that week, right? So let's do a 3-match schedule. So I don't know when your matches are. Probably on a Sunday, 1 match, right? And then you got another match on Thursday. Man, that's crazy, man. You got so many matches. And then you got one more match probably on... Yeah, probably on this day. So let's assume you have this crazy ass, terrible setup, right? So what do? You got attacking movement. This attacking movement will roll into all these games, right? So you come in here, defensive shape. So this rolls into all these movements. Then you got recovery. You got very little time for training, right? You can, if you do overall outfield, your players are, it's gonna be tough. This is enough for them to, because the intensity is already very high. So I would just definitely recommend that during this periods like this, just have one. You can just focus on something simple: defending corners, set piece, attacking corners. Okay, and then you have here attacking corners, defending corners. Wait, do you see this? It works on these attributes: hitting, marking, anticipation, concentration, positioning. And here you got hitting, anticipation, off the ball. Right, so you're working on 2 areas of the game for your boys. Then you got room for one more slot, whatever you need on this day. Right, because you got match. You can't have too many slots here because your players are going to get injured, right? This is the only day that you can actually go in. So you use this so the benefits roll all the way. And if you wanted to, on this day, because it's not that heavy, match practice isn't that heavy. See that? The load is very light. So you can roll in like this and do something like this. Then this will work on individual players' roles, right? It works on your cohesion. You might, there's a recovery here. I'm a bit worried about putting it here because I'd rather have a rest day. But if your push comes to shove and you really want to drive development, then you can do it this way. You'll have to rotate your squad very effectively though. Three match, they're not very common, right? You don't have it all the time. So this is probably the easiest way of setting it up without fear of injury, because this is light, because you know after the match these 3 are not going to be very heavy, so I rather put them all here. Then you got match preview, they'll rest on this day, this day they can push a bit more for match practice, and this is still quite light, so I think this should be fine. Yeah. Since the patch, the match has gotten a bit harder. Hey Derek, how are you, man? I'm fine, thanks for asking. It's a bit okay. When I seem to see my tactics that go with Liverpool, they never seem to win the league anymore. When before the patch they won, because before the patch the game was also a bit too easy, right? That's how I felt. You are in big picture and game training is in small picture. Yep. Game training is a easy way of doing things. Like you do this is straightforward. Just keep it simple. And that's how I set up training. So like for our team here, what have we got, right? Our schedule. Holy cow, where's my schedule? So here we go, Ross County, not this week. The following week, right, we're still doing balance training, because remember what I've done, right? I'm learning a new tactic. So I've gone to training. The primary training tactic is now going to be this one, because we need to gain familiarity. Here, we are fine. We can always switch back to Firestorm anytime we want. Dundee United are going to be playing Ross County at home. Oh, sorry, guys. I am such an idiot. Wait. We do this like a tradition, man. Okay, for the guy who was asking me the training question for you being in South America with 3 training sessions, right? You can do this. Attacking movement. I'm a pro streamer, man. I just saw this. I was just wondering, right? What these guys were talking about. Somebody saying my game screen was too small, this and that. Yeah. Okay, for those guys facing 3 matches a week, I'm such an idiot. Sorry, guys. Attacking movement, defensive shape. Put it on this day because the load is very light. Notice this. Okay. Then you have match preview, match. Then match practice. The load isn't that heavy for match practice, contrary to popular opinion. This is not that heavy, guys. You can actually have 2 of them in a week. This is capped to 2. I'll show you. I'll just remove this and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. You're only allowed 2 match practices a week. You can't do the 3rd. You know why? Here's this one does individual roles. See, can you imagine people like me abusing the game if they had a lot of match practice? I would have gone, oh yeah, baby, match practice, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Give me lots of match practice. I want match practice, baby. Give it to me. That's what I would have done. I would have gone crazy over match practice. Okay, so this is enough for you, right? So they'll be fine for your 3-week session. It's not too aggressive. You get to work on heading, marking, anticipation, concentration, positioning. Very important attributes for defenders. For attackers, you're working on anticipation of the ball. Also very good attributes. During the course of the week, your boys are going to develop their physical attributes because they are playing every single day, almost every single day. Then you got match practice to work on roles. And then you got this as well on roles. They'll be working on roles here as well. See this? Attributes, individual roles. Attributes, individual roles. Right? That's it. Simple as. I know. I'm sorry, man. Nah, match practice is now. No, it's not weighted heavily. It was the same last year. It's just I never used it, right? So this year, it's definitely, yeah. I look, guys. Seriously, okay. When it comes to training, right, you do not want to do. I mean, okay, if you want to do it, it's up to you. Really, nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to say it's a bad thing. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. Like, you do this the whole season. It's really up to you. You want to do this? Be happy. You want to use this every day of the year? Be happy. You know, you're not going to break the engine. Right? You're not going to break the game. The game is not breakable when it comes to training. But me, I like to be very focused. This is very focused with attributes. And I love this. And I can't wait for my boys to grow into this. I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Okay, it's time to see what this new and training ratings, right? You'll notice your players' training ratings. I've got, like, in one of my saves, right, with Torino, I did the training ratings. The training ratings for my players are something like 10, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10. It was so crazy, man. It's so bloody good. I love this. Okay, now what are we going to do? Seriously, we haven't been playing this game for a while, so we don't know who's playing where. Nielsen, you're a defender. Jumping range 18. Okay, cool. You're a defender then. Okay, Liam's Callum Butcher. You know, I have so much hope for you. Okay, we have Matt Smith. Oh, we can't use you in this system. Okay, what I want to do is Callum Butcher, right? So he's got off the ball and he's got position. He can go get up the pitch and come down. He's perfect as a. I can use him. Let's see his training. All right, I got him training as a halfback, but no more. I want him to work as a segundo volante. Work on these attributes to push him up higher the pitch. Push him up the pitch a bit more. Okay, we're gonna put Callum Butcher here as a Fuchs is here and Callum Butcher here. That's it. Okay, we got Matt Smith, Mark Connolly, Paul McCullum, Mark McNulty, Ryan Edwards, Ian Harks, Peter Pollard, Dylan Powers. Will do well. Okay, submit the team. What happened here? Wow, that was fast. We can now instant result, guys. How much you rate defensive capability that register and so defensively? Well, I look at their attributes, right? More important, a player will still try and defend, right? So you're looking at the attributes here. So do they have good positioning, tackling, and concentration, anticipation? Sometimes you don't need a player to tackle. You just need a player to read the game and get to the pass first, right? So it's not the roles themselves, it's more the player. Like a halfback can be a very good combination. You gotta find the right players for those roles, right? Because ultimately this game is about numbers. The only time I would be a bit worried is the register, right? Okay, the only time I'll be worried is the volante can't help him out. Or maybe there are times when I'm a bit worried about their combination. Why? Because I want the register to be a bit of a playmaker, right? But if the volante isn't there to help him out, the register ends up having to defend. So I've got to think of him being both a defensive midfielder as well as a playmaker. Okay, so here we go. What the hell? Just go and talk to them. I'm not interested. Okay. All right, here we are. 2D Classic. Does this look like? Come on. You sweet thing, you've taken the dugout away from you. I love you. This year's kid. Thank you very much. Oh, you saved me. Thank God the dugout is gone. I hated the dugout, man, with a vengeance. Now I don't have the dugout anymore. I got this. You sweet baby, you. Yeah, give me something to work on. I know I can drag you, you baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give puppy power is back. What's this? Feet? I'm not interested in the feet. No. That's the ass man going nuts. Visualizer? I can put the visualizer here, and there's more space there. Makes a lot more sense instead of visualizer being stuck inside here. Now I got Ross County. We have a short map, and this is what I want to see. The short maps. I love the skin. 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 I don't care if I win. I don't care if I win, cause I love the skin. I love the skin. I love the skin. Puppy power! We got the skin, baby! Oh, my neighbors are probably wondering what the hell is going on next door. Because I got the skin. I got the skin. I don't believe it. This is the TCS skin. I downloaded it from the forums, man. I'm so bloody happy. Oh my God. I don't give a shit whether we win or lose. But this is so beautiful. Now the engine. I have taken out the dugout. The dugout has been thrown away. It has been tossed into the oblivion. It's been tossed far, far away. We don't need to see the dugout anymore. It's a piece of shit. This is what the Matchday UI should have looked like, right? Okay, now we should spend some time thinking about tactics. Okay, guys, seriously. Okay, opposition instruction. We forgot to do this. Oh boy. We just saw the guys making their way past our boys. Opposition instructions are very strong in FM21. You do not want... hang on a minute. Why did this change? Oh no, come on. It doesn't stick. I gotta send it in. I gotta tell them that this doesn't stick. Man, I'm hungry now, man. I'm getting hungry. I need to eat something. I got so excited, right? I got so excited with the skin, right? I think I just burned off a lot of calories, man. Jumping, I was like, oh my God. I can't believe this, man. I love this. I can't even watch the game anymore. I can't watch the game anymore, guys. I seriously can't watch the game. I'm just so happy with the skin. I got the skin. I got the skin. I love this. Oh my God. I love this skin. Oh my God. This skin is so good. Now all you have to do is score and make me happy. Come on, guys. Come on. Enough. Let's calm down. Let us all calm down. You love the dugout? Man, I love the website called the dugout, but I don't like the dugout at all. If you want the dugout, yes, you can. You can have the dugout come back to you, right? If you like the dugout so badly, it will come here. Which is exactly where it should have been, right? Because this can cramp up, right? You can put the notable events. I don't know why they thought the notable events, each one of them had to have its own line. Right, so you can put the feed here. This is where it come up. Well, come on. Where did I find? On the SI forums. TCS skin. I'll do a link while we are playing this game. I'll pop in a link. Let me see. I think you can do it from here. SI forums. Oh, shish kebabs. Well, obviously we're not paying attention to the game anymore because everybody's wondering to know where the skin comes from. So we're gonna tag it to the post and put it in. Edit. Where's the skin? Come on, baby. Where are you? Where's the skins? I'm probably gonna concede 4 or 5 goals while looking for the damn thing. Okay, there we go. Michael Murray skin already got a link to that. TCS skin. Where are you? Oh, there we go. I'll link you straight to the forum topic, right? So copy, and then we go to this, edit, and then we'll put the TCS skin link right into the TCS skin. All right, there we go. Okay, it's in the description of the video. So yeah, I normally only use the dark skin, right? But this for the first time ever, right? But I prefer the dark skin myself. I like the dark skin. It's simple enough. But what I'm gonna do is I'm waiting for Michael's mods to come out, because Mike is gonna release the mods. It's gonna allow us to kind of like mess around with this. So it's gonna be a lot better. This is so much better. If you're into the dugout, it's shoved to one corner of the screen. That's about it. So it's good enough. Because I don't like the dugout being smack dab in the center of the screen. I hated it. Right. So now if I don't want the dugout anymore, I can just go to something else, which is so much better. Because I'm the kind of person that never liked the assistant manager's advice anyway. So I don't want to be the sort of person that gets I don't like second guessing myself. I like to know that I screwed up. If I screwed up, right? Because sometimes there are times when the assistant manager gives me advice, right? And I start thinking, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. By the time I shouldn't, they scored 2 goals past me already. So I don't like all that. So now, yeah, we wanna do something. This is Ross County is playing really well. I'm gonna do something about this. Okay, so how are they playing? They're playing with a 4-4-2. Okay, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this first, because this is obviously distracting me. I'll just put a visualizer because I need this. Okay, the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change our focus. Oh, here we go. We're gonna focus left and right. Okay, and we're not going to pass into space because we keep giving the ball back. Okay, Shanklin, why is it a different color? Am I seeing things, or is this a different shade of orange? Seems strange. I wonder what that means as well. One thing I don't like about this skin is that you can't add training panel in the player view. Oh, okay. You've tried the TCS skin as well? Oh, cool. Can you explain more of opposition instructions? Why is it more important in FM21? Okay. Opposition instructions in FM20, basically the movement wasn't that fantastic, right? So we didn't have that many issues with the game back then. But now in FM21, right, we get these problems with these strikers. Sometimes the strikers, you play with especially those of you who play high lines, right? You always playing the high line, and then the ball comes over the top, and the striker goes right through your 2 defenders. That's because you aren't using tight marking. In FM21, these opposition instructions have become kind of important. So you want to be using them, especially for strikers, and you don't want them to get away. So that will be something that you want to look at, especially tight marking on opposition strikers. I'm a bit distracted because I'm seeing 6.4 on Jamie Robinson, and he is the only fullback that we have. So I'm gonna ask them to make sure that these 2 guys are pressed. What about things like weaker side? I don't use weaker side because weaker side, what if this guy's got 2 good feet? Right, if he's got 2 good feet, like here he says he's got preferred foot, right? His preferred foot is right and left, right? So this basically tells you that he has basically 2 feet. Now, the only time I'm worried about this is if I don't even know what role they're playing, right? So imagine if you give a player a preferred foot and he plays right into your hands. Or it doesn't work out for you. There's a strong possibility that could happen. So I avoid preferred foot. The only ones I go for are tight marking, hard tackling. Okay, so what do we want to do? This guy, I need to see what. This should be enough. No, we're gonna throw the water bottle. The only time I'm taking part, man. They've color coded the positions of the players. Looks like it. I prefer it if they. Yeah, I mean, this is their design of their skin, so yeah. And the only reason why I really needed a skin was because I so vehemently hated the match day experience. I needed a skin for to do this basically, right? So I can keep my visualizer up. I can keep all this going at the same time. Like I just need this information. I don't need the dugout, which I detest. It made it very, very annoying to play the game. Okay, they got DLP and a Mazala. Now they move. I don't know if they move them about. There is a way to find out a bit more information, right? So we can come in here and go to Dundee Ross County stats. Come in here and go to passing. Right? This is only a downside. Now you got to go drag the whole thing still and get about so much space. Okay. Passing information. Key passes. Which one is none of them? Ross County. So it's Vigas and Mez. Where's Vigas? What the hell? Kelly and Vigas. Okay, so Vigas is 92%, 42 passes. Obviously, he's the playmaker. 92%, but I can't really see much more than this. That's it. I'll forget it. Gonna be cracking my brains for wasting my time. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Ross County from Dundee United. Oh, wait, this is the Dundee United formation. This is the Ross County formation. This is their short maps. Regroup. I'm toying with the idea of taking the game to them, but I've been playing with a low block so far and it's been working out for us. So I'm not going to push any higher, especially when they got playing with two strikers. Isn't that could be individual method? No, I don't think so. The differentiate is the different positions and tactic. Like they said, tight marking and CF and always close down more. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Tight marking and close down more. The only OIs you need to use in this game. You don't have to use any other OIs. Okay, we're gonna take Fuchs. Which one of these guys is not having a good game. He's not caring. 7-0. Fuchs is 6.9. So they're both okay. Is this fullback right now? That's a problem for me. I'm gonna have to take a chance. Bring on Liam Smith because the others are not playing well. Luke Bolton is also now beginning to perform a bit poorly. Adrian Sproul, inverted winger. What do you think? Arsenal got no identity. That's a problem at the moment. They've got plus the manager seems to be doing some strange things like playing Partey when he shouldn't be playing him. So there's a bit more there. There's something wrong with Arsenal at the moment, and I think that if they don't discover how they want to play their football, they're gonna have a lot of issues. That's how I see Arsenal at the moment. Okay. Coming off my trying to work the chances a bit more. Because most of the possession numbers are with them, not with us. Right? But we're getting most of the chances. Aye. Liam Smith. Okay, one more player is not playing well. Spurl is dropping off. I'm gonna bring McCullen. Who do I bring on? It's not like we got if my players don't have a good game, right? That's it. The bench isn't exactly gonna save the day. Maybe for him, but he's a striker. Passing vision decisions as an inverted winger. Nah, forget it. He's not gonna add any bite to our attack. What I'm gonna do instead is team talk. Cancel. How do I do team talks now? Okay, shot. Focus. Still, want to be patient. Nice. Aye, offside. Okay. Backline is not doing so badly. Okay, last bus. Hurrah. We take off Shanklin and Brian McNulty. But Shanklin has been playing quite well. When playing a narrow defensive line, do you like to press fullbacks or do you just wait and deal with the crosses? Are you talking about narrow defensive line? You mean narrow defensive width, right? When I'm playing a narrow, that's tight marking. When I play narrow defensive width, I am there to wait for the crosses. Right? So that's why my plan. And I want to hit them as quickly as I can. I don't press fullbacks all the time with a narrow defensive width. I draw them in and then I hit them. The only time when I use OIs on them is when I feel that I don't want their fullbacks to come up too high up the pitch. So sometimes I want to draw them in, but I don't want their fullbacks in my third. Right? That's too many players. This is disappointing, man. Dundee United couldn't beat Ross County. Throw the trash arms. Dundee United is doing well. We're third on the table. We're 6 points behind Celtic at the moment. So looking at our training for this week, right? So this is what we're doing. We're still doing balance, this form of balance training, because I want to make sure that we get tactical familiarity quickly for the new tactic that we're learning, which is going to take us some time. But okay, this is the interesting thing, right? If I were to look at my entire squad and the players that are playing, right, I can just mouse over all of them, see where we're short. Marking, pressing intensity, right? Marking, pressing intensity. 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 So what do I do here? Go to training, calendar. I change it. This is going to give me pressing intensity and marking. So I can drop all these. I can go for something different now, right? Like marking and pressing intensity is generally if you do it here, you don't get any, right? So your only ones that do it is defending. But I want to see whether some of the tactical ones do it. No, I don't think none of these give me that. So the only one that will give me the marking and pressing intensity is all defending. So I go defending. Oh yeah, I got this. Yeah, defending engaged and defending disengaged. This is a bit more focused, right? So I get tactical familiarity with pressing intensity and marking, and they work on these attributes: marking, tackling, aggression, anticipation, decisions for the defensive unit. Then here, but you want it for the defensive and the attacking unit, right? So you want it for all of them. You can't just do it for this, because then the only unit that gets it is the defensive unit. This will give it to the outfield players, the defending and the attacking units. So while you do this, then if you do this, gives you the defense. Only the defensive players are going to benefit from this. See this? Only the defensive players. So there's no point doing this. So we come to this. We want everybody to do it quickly. So we come in here. We go defending. We go defending. Right? This will impact the entire team. Now I go to... As a result of that, what's going to happen is my defending coach is going to have a lot of work to do. You got the coaches, right? So this guy is probably I have to check his load, so that I have enough people helping him out. So defending, this is fine. I don't think I can do anything more than this. I could put one more guy here, and that's about it. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. I can't do much more than this. Okay. Because we don't have enough coaches. So we just do this and we try and get our boys developed as quickly as we can to understand the system that we want to play. So they're going to do a lot of defending before the next match. Defensive, flexible. Everybody's not. Oh my goodness, I don't like this. I tend to defend wide to force opponent play the pass inside because I cross and pairing with field. Yeah, that's good way of playing. So you draw them in, like you defend wide because you don't want to deal with crosses, right? But then all you need to make sure is that when they come inside, you have solid ball winners in the middle. This tactic can do the same thing. But the problem when I do something like that, right, is those guys who win the ball, sometimes they are too deep to start the counter attack. That's the only downside. If I don't put the training of a player to a specific role, what does individual training schedule affect? Then the roles then it won't affect his roles. So you have to choose. Because this is a card, right, that sets training to roles. This is when, people are talking about, I want to do something for role development. You see this? This works on attributes based on the individual roles that you selected for your tactic. So they'll be working. I mean, from what I understand from SI, right, a long time ago, I don't know if it still holds water, because if you're already playing him as an inside forward, then they will train as an inside forward. That's my understanding. But there are some questions that they have not given 100% answers to, and that's one of those questions. So if I were you, I would just decide a role and just set him up in the role that you're using the tactic. That's all. Oh, speaking of which, I have to do that now. Okay, so let's go through our players. We got our players set up here. Goalkeeper support. This guy's been trained as a complete wingback. I'm going to train him I'm just going to train him. I want to train him in the role. I don't care. The attributes are nice. Okay, so he's going to train because when you train in those individual roles, right, it's the attributes that you're training in those roles that get worked on. I hope that makes sense, because sometimes I like to craft my players in a certain direction. That's what I like to do. So like all these players have been crafted in a specific direction of development, right? So I want Callum Butcher to be trained as I'm looking at youngsters like Jamie Robson, right? So I'm training him as a complete wingback because I like the attributes for this. So far, he's doing quite well. Position, see, as long as position, role, and duty is accomplished, you're fine. That's it. That's all you need from him. You already trained. The maximum you can do is 3 times or 4 times. That's all you can do. That's the maximum you can go. So it's up to you. I mean, generally, I would expect people to already be training attacking movement and defensive shape, right, for match preparation for an upcoming game. That's the 2 that you want to do every week, because those are the only match preparation activities right now that give you individual role development. The others don't, right? So if you come into training right now, okay, let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. Okay, so you come in here, match preparation. You notice is match tactics, no roles. Teamwork, no roles. Match practice gives you roles. Defensive shape gives you roles. Attacking movement gives you roles. All these 3 give you roles. So you want to be at least doing this, because this gives you a bonus before the next match. So you want to do at least 2 of them, at least 2, yeah, for every week. Okay, so next match gotta be Saint Mirren, man. Oh, I don't have the Iran jersey, man. Ali Dai. Yeah, if I get the Iran jersey, it must be with the name Ali Dai behind. The legendary Iranian striker. I was lucky enough to do football coverage when he was playing. Man. And then I actually went out to the Azadi Stadium as well. So that was a highlight of my life. I was like, oh my God, I'm at the Azadi Stadium. It was just crazy, man. But the one thing I never got used to when I went to Iran was how they say hello to people. I mean, they come off the plane and they want to give you a kiss on the left cheek and the right cheek, and they don't send a girl to do it, they send a guy to do it. So it's like, oh, that was my first time I encountered this, man. Someone get no. The link is on the forums, right? So I see whether the link is still active now. Yeah, just use this link. You can go to the forums, and then that leads you to the topic straight away. Yes, training for roles means that the training is focused for the attributes for that role. Exactly. All right, here we go. Go to match. I like this skin. It's not too bad. I want to explore this skin a bit more after this game. Kick off. It's St. Mirren. Oh my goodness. This is Sir Alex Ferguson's first team, right? Wasn't he managing St. Mirren? Then he went to manage Aberdeen. He did well with St. Mirren. Join us, SI Games Careers. Okay, here we go. All right, let's it's a bit dark. Man, it'll still be fine, I guess. We want to drop this down. We don't watch comprehensive highlights anymore. There's way too much information. Okay, here we go. Extended highlights. Doyle Hales. Oh, shish kebabs. I keep doing this every single game. Okay, tight mark this guy. Okay, let's not let them get away. Another 4-4-2. I should have gone. They're going down the flanks as well. Shish kebabs. We drawn them into the flanks. Okay, that's because we're doing narrow defensive ways, right? So we're gonna counter attack them. Focus play on the flanks. At the start we're gonna pass into space. Okay. This is gonna be a very, very interesting game. Hey Nima2708, how are you doing, man? You've been in an Ado? Just heard about it. It's intense. What's Ado, man? What in the world is Ado? Man, this skin is so nice. I love this skin. I'm so happy. You make me happy. You make me happy. I love the skin. I don't even care about the games anymore because I love the skin. Okay, don't. I love the skin so much. Please don't concede a goal. Okay. Hey, adios. How are you, man? I'm glad I answered your question. Don't worry. Just ask. If you guys got questions, just ask away. Wait, hold on a minute. Got Nima270. Love this. Have this on and just listen like a podcast. You're great at this. It's not easy to make such exciting live. Really? It sounds exciting. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I hope you found it useful. Man, these guys are kicking the ball up. Oi! Tight marking, guys. Tight marking. If you got this problem in the game where, I've seen this on the forums a lot. People are talking about the ball over the top. Tight mark. You'll be fine. It's all about the marking, boys. Now, it's all about the scoring of the goals. The boys are still coming to terms. We did well in the first couple of matches, but suddenly we seem to be petering out right now, as every single team seems to want to play defensively against us. Okay, we gotta push the ante very, very soon. I'm gonna have to modify this on the fly. Okay, look at us. Now everybody wants to defend against us. Ay. Come on, boys. Look at that. What are you trying to do? They're trying to dance their way to goal. Okay, we're gonna have to think about second half right now. So far, only one shot on target, and now they're probably gonna score. No, Shankland, go. This is what we train for every week. We do this every single week. Oh my God. He passed it to Chalmers and Chalmers just put it into the other player's back. Look at this. This is terrible, man. Look at this chart. This is so sad. All right, what are we going to do now? Okay, slight change. Okay, we're going to go positive. Yes, we're not going to go counter anymore. We're going to change this tactic slightly to make it a bit more aggressive. We're not going to pass into space. We're going to focus play down left and right. We're going to go shorter. Now the only problem is the advance forward. I got to change roles. Man, that's a lot of work. Nah. Slightly standard highline engagement. We're still playing a block. I don't like changing tactics too much. Counter press or not? Okay, let's go, boys. Slight change, that's it. Now I'm going to pay attention to the players not performing well. And I want to just pay attention to the transitions a bit longer. I see on the link, this skin shows the feats level. I don't need to go on develop tactics anymore. When should I defend narrow and wide? Simple question. Hey, defend narrow and defend wide are strategies in a game. So you want to draw somebody down the flanks, so you want to hit them down the flanks, then you go defend narrow. Right? You want to draw somebody down the middle so you can hit them over the top, go defend. Then you defend. Okay. So right now, okay, I have to show it to you this way because they went and changed it, right? Okay, so defend narrow literally means you're showing them the flanks. When you defend wide, you're showing them the center. So when you want to hit, sometimes I like to hit teams down the flanks, right? So what do? We draw them down the flanks and then we hit them down the flanks again. So it's like they've got all their players attacking us down the flanks. So their flanks are relatively open, right? So that's when you can use that as a strategy. So the thing here is this, right? You're using this as a strategy. When you're not sure and you don't want to play any kind of strategy, just put it in the middle. That's it. This is very much a strategy. Wow, both of them on a yellow card. Okay, we're going to bring McNulty on. That's it. You're going to have to bring McNulty on. And we're going to, I told you the idea. The thing is, I don't like the fact they got a target man and a pressing forward. I don't like the target man pressing forward up top. It's just built for counter attacks as well. So far, we have been shunted to the flanks. We can't score to save the day. Okay, that's it. Now I gotta go camping. Oh, I didn't want to do this, man. Because I can't go camping with 2 yellow cards. One ball over the top, I got red card straight away. And they'll score a goal. Okay, gonna regroup. What if I just go all out Harakiri? Harakiri style. What do we have? We have 2 yellow cards on the flanks. We got Bolton, we got Powers and Fuchs, we got Chalmers, Sparrow, we got Clark, we got Robson, and we got Clark in the middle. I can definitely bring one defender on. The yellow card goes in the middle. Yeah, that's definitely an option. Okay, so Bolton is a left winger on the right. He can play, but I don't need him after this. All I need to do is to bring on Mark Connolly. Connolly can come here. Connolly can come in, but he's a bit slow. So there we bring in Ryan Edwards. Ryan Edwards is even slower. Callum Butcher is not a bad option. But he just can't jump to save his life. But he at least is not too bad. Okay. Okay, what do we do? Okay, if I bring strikers up, okay, Robson comes off. Okay. I can play Robson here. McNulty has to come here. Okay, he stays here. So Matt Smith comes on. Okay. And then there's 2 substitutions, 67 minutes. This is a complete change. Mark Connolly comes on for Bolton. Okay, Nielsen comes into the middle. No, you come in here. All right. Okay. That's it, boys. We want to go for the win. 67 minutes. We swap to this tactic. Okay. Okay, Sprawl to Powers. Powers to McNulty. Yeah, there's no reward if you don't take any risk, right? So we want to push, man. We want to push. Come on, Dundee United. I can't even pronounce some of these names. Reynolds. Come on. Simple football. Spurl. Yeah, you're sweet, baby. Go down the flanks. Plays it to Clark. Clark finds Powers. Powers Fuchs. Powers slides it for McNulty. McNulty plays it back to the goalkeeper. What? Again, looking for options. Matt Smith holding on to the ball. What a pass! What a goal! Dundee United with a phenomenal goal. What a goal! Unbelievable. The audacity of Chalmers to chip it over the keeper. This is Dundee United. Oh, now we scored the goal. Now we scored the goal. We got to think about, okay, what can we do to, hold down the lead? Because this is a very, very attacking tactic. Okay, it's enormously attacking. If I switch back to this, what happens to my team? I got Reynolds, Nielsen, Connolly as a fullback, McNulty become a defender. Sproul can be a defender, right? Yeah, he can be a defender. I can swap to this. Connolly, you just shut up. You just sit down here and just make yourself useful. Matt Smith. All right, we got to swap to this. Okay, let's go. We scored a goal. Now we want them to come at us. Oh, that was a great goal, right? Oh, it's a penalty. Score it, McNulty. Boom, it's 2 for Dundee United. St. Mirren are 2 down. They did so well in the first half, right? Okay. Connolly as a right back. I've never used him as a right back. But he looks okay. He doesn't look like he's suffering. Yeah, that's it. The game's ours. Okay, now all I have to do is talk to the boys, shout and tell them to focus, and we should see out the match. Okay. If I make attacking movement on the start of the week, this will improve for all matches. Yes, it does. Yeah, at the start of the week, it'll improve for all matches during that week. Don't worry, if you have 2 games that week as well, it rolls into the second game as well. Oh, come on, Charmy. Come on, Chalmers. Oh, you sweet thing. You call. Oh, sends it to the far post. Okay. Oh, Nielsen. I'm so worried he's going to get sent off, but he's been playing quite well. Chalmers again. Oh, they came good, man. They came good. The boys did well. There I was worried about taking risks, but it paid off. Because we have trained the Firestorm system. That was the first system at the start of the season. Very attacking system. Now the moment the AI goes 4-2-4, I just sit down and just, I don't do anything because I don't have to change my tactic anymore. It's built to play against teams that want to attack me a bit more. There we go. There's no way the 4-2-4 is going to beat this tactic. No way. So we're just sitting back with our low block now. We've won this match. Oh, man, this feels good, man. This feels so good. I love the first goal. The first goal was just so sweet. So let's watch this first goal again, right? Okay. Not from here, but from here we have to do this thing. We have to see the build up, okay? All right, now let's watch this first goal again. This was so sweet. Clark to Powers, Fuchs, and then we build up, right? It goes back. They recycle possession. Then Matt Smith holds on to the ball here. Look at how we lined up already. And Matt Smith, and what a pass from the playmaker. This was the pass of the day, man. Look at this pass. Look at this, right? This guy is running here. I didn't even know this pass was coming. The playmaker moves in here. Bang. And he plays this perfect pass right through the middle where all the defenders are not there. They're not standing there. And Chalmers scores the goal. That was be the best goal I've seen so far, man. What a goal. What a goal. That was a very good win. I guess the throwing the water bottle also worked. Okay, how the media reacted. Dundee United turned dominance into victory against St. Mirren. I'm so happy I beat St. Mirren. I did not want to lose to St. Mirren. I did not want to walk away from Sir Alex Ferguson's stomping ground without a win. So other results. Aberdeen lost to Hibernian. Motherwell, Celtic are still going damn strong. It's going to be a mountain for me to chase these clubs down. I'm going to find it very hard. Celtic and Rangers, just too good. Rangers beating Hamilton with one player sent off. Ross County 2-2 against Livingston. Kilmarnock, wow, 7 goals in this match against St. Johnstone. Dundee United, St. Mirren, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's look at our training. There's been some shifts in training. Okay, match practice is fine. Wraith Rovers, recovery, defensive shape. This is fine, right? So I've done it correctly. Okay, remember what we did earlier? Right, so I don't think we're going to see a sudden jump in the players' familiarity, right? Still a long way to go. So we're going to make sure that the boys are still doing that defending more than anything else. Okay, we got a calendar schedule, so all these are going to be swapped to defending now. Because this area of the game, tactical familiarity, we have to improve now. Right, so we're going to do defending. Since it affects the entire team, this is important. Because it's you could easily go and do something like transition restrict, for example, right? But it won't be enough. We need it to work on the whole team. And this is the only session that will hit the whole team. Because if you look at the squad and we look at the tactical familiarity, I will drop this out. You will see this. Say marking, competent. Marking for the defenders. Then we look at the strikers as well. Or the midfielders. Logan Chalmers marking as well. So we need something that hits all the players. And I've got to make sure that my units are set up correctly. I guarantee my units are not set up correctly. Callum Butcher is in the wrong unit. It should be here. Yandro Fuchs is in the wrong unit. It should be here. See, and the mistakes I made. These are mistakes that a lot of people are going to make. You see, when you put your player in the different unit, you have to understand which units are being affected by training. At the moment, it's not so bad, right? Because I'm training the whole team, so it's fine. But once I get into my more sexy schedules, like this one, everything is unit-based now, right? So transition restrict is over on the attacking unit, but this is not too bad because it's an even split. But here, chance creation, for example, if I have, like, I want my Regista or my Segundo Volante to improve their off the ball, their decisions, right? They're gonna be in this unit because this will drive attributes, whereas the other two, right? See, if you look at this, right, this will drive attributes, whereas the other secondary focus of these two units is going to be on roles, but only 20% focus from the coaches. So we're gonna go back to our calendar here and make sure that everything is sweet ass. So teamwork, honestly, not needed right now. Right, so I'm going to go and put something else here. Maybe I'll just put in a recovery. Yeah, I'll just put in recovery. So this balance training. So they got a lot of defending, match practice, defending corners. If I want to be a real cur, I can put match practice in here, but this will be a very heavy schedule following the weekend, right? So I can copy and I can just paste it here, and then I can paste it here. Done. Dundee are 6 undefeated. Well, this against Ross County, I was a bit, I wasn't ready to do that yet. But we have finally built ourselves a system. We got two systems right now, right? We got one very attacking system. We call it the Firestorm system. It's a 3-4-1-2. And then I've got a counter for FM 4-2-3-1. I can swap. The only problem with this is not complementary, right? In the sense that when I want to switch between one and the other, I gotta be very careful, because if I swap, I'm taking out quite a number of players that are not going to be complementary to this system. These two systems are not complementary at all, because one has got 3 strikers, one has only got 1. So there is probably going to be a way I'll have to think it through carefully. But I want to get Matt Smith playing a lot more, because he is definitely a huge asset to this team. So now let's take a look at this skin, right? Let's see what the skin has to offer. I like this skin. Wow, look at the profile, man. This is nice. Coach summary, we got all the icons. That's enough for me. Yeah, weakest area, fairly slow player. Versatility is here. Wage demands are here. Right, this is nice. This is sweet. And we've got the XG for each player here as well. And we got XG here for the season stats. There is no way I am not using the skin. Right, let's move my camera to the top. I think it's supposed to be the top. I'm not even sure that my camera is gonna move, because this stream lag has some issues at the moment. It supposedly needs a lot of power. So this is not too bad. This is not too bad. I like this. What can we change? We can change this one to a whole set of positions, because I got this here. Right, this is the attribute analysis. I mean, the attribute analysis is also here. I don't need this. I got 1, so I can have positions here. This is so cool. XG compared to the league. Wow. Key passes over 90 minutes. The Scottish Premier League average is low. Look at him, man. Look at the amount of key passes he's been playing. Over 90 minutes. This is the reason why I need him in my system, right? First, he already looks like Doctor Who. Then the second thing is I need him, man. I need him in my system. He plays a lot. He plays such a big part in our system. Then we've got this Peter Pollard. This guy has been a real pain in the ass. Okay, we're gonna have a little chat with him. I normally don't, but this time I'm going to. He's training development. We're gonna put my arm around him. He's downcast. Yeah, now he's encouraged, whatever that means. End the quick chat and get out of here. Normally I don't do that stuff, man. Yeah. You know how you can tell? Okay, go to your home screen, right? Okay. Let's take this out. This is normal. Usually I don't like this. You got something called match preparation. Is it here? Where's match preparation? Don't we have it now? Oh, this skin doesn't have it. Oh, there we go. Match preparation. See this? If you have a home skin, right, just pop this up. You'll see they got teamwork, defensive positioning, attacking movement for the next game, right? Special focus is in place on the following areas ahead of the match against the Wraith in 3 days. Look at our training, right? So let's look at our calendar now. So I've done attacking move. So if you got 2 matches, so if you've like here, we played St. Mirren, right? And then match practice gives us tactical familiarity already. This bunch of 5. This is one of the reasons why I like this a lot. So you're gonna get tactical familiarity, but no bonuses yet. These give you bonuses. Defending corners, right? These give you bonuses. And this gives you bonus. Defensive position and marking. And this gives me, where's my attacking movement? So there is no attacking movement here, right? Right? There's no bonuses here. So where's my attacking movement? If I look here, I got attacking movement here. So for my next match against the Wraith, right? What am I collect? What did I collect? I will collect all these. This will roll into Wraith. All these will roll into this game. So now we watch. So we got Wraith. Then we come into the home page. You see this? Attacking movement. Teamwork. This all rolled in from the previous game. Last week, rather. This all rolled in from last week. All these. Where I got teamwork. Here, I got attacking corners. I've got defensive shape. I've got attacking movement. I've got defensive corners. Defending and attacking corners. Then this week I have nothing else, right? So this all rolled. All these actually rolled into this match. So that's how you set up match preparation. Match preparation is really easy. Once you get, once you get used to it, it'll be fine. Like these will roll in. These, if there's a midweek game, this will roll into this game. Once this match is over, then yeah, it'll be fine. But sometimes you don't have to do too many, right? Okay, let's remove this. You can sometimes take these out, but I like having them in there anyway because of hitting, marking, anticipation, concentration. Yeah. The only thing that SI should have done, okay, is basically have like an indication here, right? When we choose something like this, to tell us how many days this, how long these effects last for. Like teamwork, right? How many days does it last for? Like 2 more days. Defensive position, how many days does it last for? This is something a lot of people should. This is information that a lot of people don't understand. There's not enough of that in the game. Yeah, if you want to improve a defender's off the ball, right? Then you move him to the attacking unit. Now the only problem with that is this, right? He will improve his attacking attributes that the attacking unit is doing. The downside of that is the defensive attributes. That's why role is so important. That is why individual role training is so important in this game. Because if you do individual role training, then when you move those guys in and out of the units, you don't screw up. So you can definitely have a lot of fun. Okay, so what are we going to do? So we are playing this next match at home, away. Again, away, I'm going to use my system, this system. I really love the way that thing goes red all of a sudden. Got match practice again. The boys are getting ready for the big game. Now let's look at the bonuses. Say teamwork, defense, the same, right? They rolled in from the last game. Monday. Wait, hold on. Let me check again. Since we're all here, right? We can check it together. Okay. Alright, so we got Wraith Rovers. So the benefit would have been defending corners, attacking movement, defensive shape, teamwork, attacking corners. Right, I should write this down, but I'm too lazy. Okay, so teamwork, defensive position, attacking movement, defending corner, attacking corner, passing, marking, and pressing. Where did this come from? Passing, marking, and pressing. Calendar. Passing, marking, and pressing came from somewhere. This is a good question. I need to find out where passing, marking, and pressing came from. Can't remember. Wait, hold on. There, passing, attacking, movement. I'm really, I'm getting old. Then marking comes from this. Oh, dear Lord, dear Lord. Then we got defending corners. Then we got attacking corners. And attacking free kicks. Yep, and then teamwork. That's it. Simple as. Simple as. It rolls. It apparently, yes, it was only for the next game, right? But you notice one thing. It seems to roll into the next game. They said it was only for the next game, but it can't be because it's been set up for a week. Unless it's a bug, right? So and it doesn't make sense if it's also only for the next game, because it's like you train defending corners. Ideally, it's supposed to be for the next game, right? That's what they all said as well. And I also wrote the same thing in the guide. It's only for the next game. But then the more I played this game, the more I kept seeing these things rolling into the next matches. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be only for the next game, but yeah, apparently it's still working. So I'm gonna take it, man, because it's so efficient to train the players in that way as well. No, match practice doesn't give you bonuses. It just gives tactical familiarity. Match practice does not give you bonuses. The only thing that give you bonuses are the match preparation activities like attacking corners, set pieces, defending corners. Those that give you upcoming bonuses. So here we are again, playing our low block against teams that don't want to attack us. And then after that, I'll be forced into attacking them. Oh, yeah. But this is fun. I like this a lot more. This is like drawing other teams out because I'm scaredy. I'm too much of a scaredy cat. It's a visual bug? Ah, then if it's a visual bug, then they should have fixed it, right? Then if it's a visual bug, if the benefits only accrue in one game, okay, let's see now. Okay, let's get out of here. If the benefits only accrue in one game, what do we do? If it's been a problem, why didn't they fix it? That's the other thing, right? So yeah, you'll have to do attacking movement for the one game, right? That's it. So just keep it this way. That's it. Just maintain it like that. It's the only time that you will worry about is those 2 match weeks. That's it. Yeah, just maintain it exactly the same way I'm doing it right now. Then the effects will only the effects will only happen for those game days when you have double matches. Then you don't repeat the whatever attacking movement. But if it's a visual bug, they should have fixed it a long time ago. If I put the same tactic on 3 slots, will I have no, just 1 slot. No, you don't get tactical familiarity out of 3 slots, man. Yeah, if it's a visual bug, then the only way this doesn't work, right, is if you are training a 2 match week. That's it. Then just worry about attacking movement and defensive shape. Just add that in. It's a bit disappointing, right? If you think about it this way, if the bug has been there since FM19. Because all along, yeah, that was what we were told. Then I was thinking to myself, hey man, apparently you have a UI that's telling me differently. So I trust the UI. Now you're telling me the UI is bugged. That's it. We're gonna have to come out with this. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Bolton, you play. I don't care. You play somewhere here. Robson. Now I'm pissed. You come in here. Reynolds, come here. Matt Smith, come here. Do you think, do I say individual training is so important? No, I think individual training is important, right? I like individual training because it allows me to groom my players. But do you have to do individual training? Do you have to specifically go around and giving each person a role to train in? No, you don't need to. It's not necessary. You can play the game by just simply not choosing to play that way. Like, what you do is you choose, set them up by positions, and you go on to play the game. That can still work. Then your attribute development will depend entirely on your general training sessions, right? That's how it'll work. Wow, we should not be losing to Wraith. This is bad. Chalmers missed a great chance, man. You're going a Bruno Lager inspired 4-2-3-1 next season with Dundee United. Oh, you're playing Dundee United next season as well. Wow, that's going to be cool. I'm just happy that we're doing okay now. But yeah, now we're 1 goal down. It's our first time we've found ourselves a goal down in a while, man. Uh-oh. That should have been a goal. Uh-oh. Wife's coming home with the kids too. Okay. Sprawl is away. Come on. We got to do better, boys. We got to do better. Oh, man. This is not looking very good. This is annoying me. But I have faith that the boys are going to score a goal. I just have this thing inside me that says, yeah, we are about to score a goal. So what do I do? I'm going to keep the players on as they are. There's nothing for me to change. The only person that might come off is McNulty for Shanklin. But Shanklin is... I didn't bring Shanklin with us today. So Matt Smith, McNulty. Okay, fine. It's... So I'll come up with a revised training. I'll do the training guide very soon. And then I'll just make a... I'll do like a 10-minute... There's about 20-minute videos will be coming out, training guide. Yeah. So the only thing that from today's session, right, is match preparation activities. If it's confirmed that it's a UI, I mean, I think it's a UI bug as well, because it's not supposed to be like it wasn't meant to roll over. That's the thing. The benefits were not meant to roll over. But if that is the case, then what we'll do is you just have to do attacking movement, defensive shape, and match practice prior to a game. That's it for your role. But attacking movement and defensive shape is something that you should be doing for every single game. Anyway, right? You should do that so that your players get that upcoming bonus for the match. Plus, they also work on their individual roles. Oh, disallowed. It's offside. It's offside. No, not a good day for us out of the race. We got undone by a team that we should have been we should have beaten. But it's still time for the boys to do something. But it's not looking good, man. Clark to Smith. Smith holds up the ball for Powers. Chalmers does it again. Logan Chalmers has pulled Dundee United out from underneath Wraith, and they have leveled the score. Man, Logan Chalmers has been having an absolute storming season so far. That's his 5th goal of the season. It's like when the chips are down, he steps up. Okay, that's not too bad. We've only had 2 shots on target. We scored from 1 of them. And our XG is actually 0.82, which is not too bad. Spurl goes sideways. And, Matt Smith shot. Charged down by a block by a player. Powers hits it back. It's gonna be... Oh, no. That ball could have rolled into the back of the net. That ball could have rolled into the back of the net. Yeah, looking at the action zones, we're controlling most of this match. They got target man and poacher. You know what I forgot to do for this game again? It's a bit late in the day to do this. I forgot to tight mark the striker. You gotta do this tight marking of the strikers in FM21. That's all you gotta focus on, right? You want to make sure that you don't lose a lot of games or concede a lot of goals. Just keep making sure you're tight marking those strikers, and you should be fine. Oh no. Yes, they sweep that up, but eyes offside. Beep beep. Offside. Come on. You're miles offside. Can you explain XG? Okay, XG is simply this, right? Expected goals based on the kind of chances that you've been creating so far in the game. That's XG. Okay, so if you look at this is your shot map. XG is based on shot map. So essentially, if you create chances here, these have very high XGs. The closer you are to goal, the higher your chances are. And depending on the chances that you create, Like poor chances, like headers and all, you might be 0.01. Like this is not a very good chance. 0.12 is off target. But then this chance here, 0.14, 0.16, they're decent chances. So a good chance is something that the player is expected to score from, like 0.20. That's generally a good chance. So you normally get good chances in and around the box in this area. If you're looking at this team's XG, this is Wraith, this is us, this is Wraith, right? So their XG is not very good. Their only decent one is this one, 0.15. They scored from, this is 0.08, which is basically like not a very good chance. It's 8% of the time they'll be scoring. This is a very good XG, 0.25, short of target. You should have buried this. So during the course of the map, what I like to do is I like to pay attention to the XG story. I like to look at splits. So I'm paying more attention. Like if they have 5 chances, if these numbers are accurate, the XG isn't that fantastic. They probably only have 1 really good chance, which we just found out was the case. We, on the other hand, we've had 2 shots on target only, but we have poor finishing. Right? 2 shots on target because 0.14, 0.16, not very good, right? Off target. 0.18 short block, 0.18 short block. Then we got another one. We don't have another one here. Yeah, so you're looking at shots. So you generally want to create good chances in and around the box, and XG tells you that story. So if you have a very high XG, and let's say you have an XG of like we have an XG of 1.13, which basically says expected to score 1 goal in the game, right? And we're on track for 1 goal in the game. That's what we are doing right now. So I'm not too surprised. We only had 3 shots on target, not really performing really well. So how do I improve my XG? I improve my XG by creating better chances in and around the box. Now, what if you have a high XG and you have a low score line? Then you better look at your strikers, improve their scoring, right? So let's improve their, get them to basically work on their training, improve their, improve the chances in and around the box by your tactic, or give them training for shooting, for example, chance conversion. Yeah. Oh man, we got a penalty shootout. This is a cup competition, man. No, I didn't see the goal that Stuttgart scored. I have to watch those games. I was watching Premier League last night, man. I all the other matches are recorded right now. Man, can we speed this up? Mrs. is coming home, man. I didn't expect a penalty shootout. Let's go. No highlights in between. Dundee United missed the first penalty. Can you believe that? Wraith are just scoring for fun. Fuchs scores. We are still in this, man. So when it comes to trading, I'm going to wrap it up after this game, right? So regardless of the scoreline, I have to go already. So we'll just come off camera and I'll save the game after this. Okay. So when it comes to training, so basically when it comes to training, what you got to remember is this, okay? You got to understand the impacts. What kind of impacts the coaches have. Now, if you're into role training, like I am, like then you want to actually embody sessions that include individual role. The cards will tell you if you have individual role there. So there are basically three sessions that work on individual roles. These are attacking movement, defensive shape, and match practice. These are the 3 best ones because the impact is 60% or higher. Now, when it comes to leading up to a game, so you'll be using attacking movement and defensive shape almost all the time for any of your tactics, and maybe even match practice during the week. You can't use more than 2 match practice sessions a week, and they're not so aggressive in the sense that your players are going to get tired, right? But they definitely help with developing of roles, so that's not too bad as well. Now, so the best way to train is actually to make sure that you have a balanced training session. Now, training is very organic. You can do it in any number of ways, right? Early season, you can get tactical familiarity up very quickly. One tactic, try and use the same 11 players. You'll have tactical familiarity before October is out, right? That's very fast. But you also have to have sessions that embed tactical familiarity. So all the blue sessions will have the tactical familiarity. That's the ones you want to aim for. Then we also want to talk about individual roles, right? So you want to develop players along the pathline individual roles. Is that necessary? Yes, you can. You can do that easily. Just have attacking, movement, defensive shape, and match practice every week. That's it, if that's what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do, then you don't have to do that. But you still are going to have attacking, movement and defensive shape in there anyway, because they give you an upcoming bonus to the next game. Now, what if you have 2 games a week, right? If you have 2 games a week, then what you're doing is you're going to have attacking movement and defensive shape, attacking movement and defensive shape, and maybe just 1 match practice. And that's it. That's all you need to do, right? Because you don't have enough time to do anything else. Or you could go attacking movement, attacking corners, defensive movement, defensive shape, and defensive corners, because defensive corners and attacking corners also work on attributes, and they're very targeted, right? 60% focus on just 3 or 4 attributes, and it's fantastic if you want a very targeted growth in, perhaps you just want your attackers to have off the ball. Finally, when you're doing your training, don't forget about units, because if you put a defender in an attacking unit, then he's going to spend time with the attacking boys preparing off the ball. He probably won't be doing anything for positioning. So that's another area of the game that you may want to focus on as well. And yeah, that's basically it, man. So I want to thank everybody for coming in on today's stream. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. The missus is about to come home, and she's going to be bringing the kids with her, and the kids are going to want to jump on my lap and do all kinds of wonderful things. Probably break a lot of things in the houses in the process as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. You found it useful. I want to thank everybody for the support of the channel. Don't forget, if you're already a member of this channel, that means you're a squad member, you're supporting this, you're a member of the squad for Bustthenet. Don't forget to link your Discord and your and YouTube, right? You need to connect them on Discord so that you get your automatic invitation to the Discord channel. All right, guys, so I want to thank everybody for coming in today. You've been absolutely fantastic. You guys have been phenomenal. I love you guys. Please take care. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Peace out. I didn't want to say that. It sounds so stupid.